In this video, I'm going to show how you can subscribe to comic books through the mail, basically Marvel, DC, and Archie comics. And I've subscribed to all three publishers recently through the mail. In fact, I have subscriptions to all three currently. And I think it's a good way of getting comics cheaply, especially if you're not that, concerned about condition. I do have a blog post where I wrote about um, my Captain America subscription last year, and I detailed pretty much any question you might have about, how does it arrive, what condition does it come in, does it come in, late, on time, early. So, anyways, what you want to do, go to Marvel's website. We'll start it with Marvel. I'll see if I can show that bigger there. It's just basically marvel.com. If you type in marvel.com, go to comics. See there, I'm doing it with my cursor. Whoops. And then you have, whoops, well, it's being a little fussy. Okay, so you go to comics, sort of hover your cursor over that, and then you'll see those things below it. And you scroll over to where it says print subscriptions, and then you click print subscriptions. Now what's going to happen is it's going to take you to another website. It says you are leaving the Marvel website. You automatically being redirected because Marvel's subscriptions as well as DC's are fulfilled by Midtown Comics, which is a comics dealer. Okay, so now you're on the subscriptions.marvel.com site, which you could just go to by itself, but I figured I would show you how to do it. So now what you want to do, you want to go where it says print comic subscriptions. You want to click where it says all series, because otherwise you're going to be looking through just like highlights. So now this is going to show you everything. And it's in alphabetical order. These are all the comics. See how it says up to 45% off the next 12 issues of your favorite Marvel comics, free shipping for all US orders. So that means the price that you pay down here is what it would cost. Some of these are a little out of date. Like, I don't think Black Panther is being published anymore. I think that's canceled. Captain America is being canceled. Captain Marvel's already canceled. But some of these are new, like All New Venom is just coming out. Now you can see that they vary in price for these 12-issue subscriptions. And some of them are like mini-series. Some are one-shots, like this Doctor Doom and Rocket Raccoon. That's a one-shot that's only $3.75. But it shows that the cover price is $4.99. So some Marvel comics like Amazing Spider-Man have a cover price of $4.99. Some comics like Avengers have a cover price of $3.99. So you kind of see that reflected down here in the price. The Amazing Spider-Man one, it says your price is $35.93. Oops. And then for the Avengers, it says your price is $30.64. Those are for 12-issue subscriptions. Now, the thing is, you can get an additional discount off the $35.93 titles if you have an additional item in your cart. So let's say, for example, you add Amazing Spider-Man to your cart. Now it's in your cart. So if you go over here to view your cart, you just click that once. And now it shows you have a 12 issues of Amazing Spider-Man for $35.93. Now, if you type this into Google, which is how I do my math, $35.93 divided by 12 equals $2.99. So a 12-issue subscription to Amazing Spider-Man, instead of paying $4.99 per issue, which is what you would pay in comic shops, you only pay $2.99. Now you might ask yourself, gee, when was the cover price of Amazing Spider-Man only $2.99? Well, you have to go back. I have this already set up here. Back to 2006. Amazing Spider-Man, the price went to $2.99. The previous issue was $2.50. This is Amazing Spider-Man 530. So $2.50 in 2006, and then in June 2006 the price went up to $2.99 per issue. So if you subscribe in 2024, instead of paying $4.99 per issue, you would be getting it for $2.99, the same price that you would get it at in 2006. So that's a savings, but you can save even more. And I'll show you how. Go back to all series again. Now, say you wanted to get Avengers as well. You hit add to cart. Now it's in your cart. Let's go view your cart again. And because you have 2 items in your cart now, the price has dropped. So instead of being $35.93, Amazing Spider-Man for 12 issues subscription is $33.49. And your total cost would be $64.13, counting Avengers. Let's see how much that $33.49 equals. So we just change that up here. And I just have to... So $2.79 per issue for Amazing Spider-Man. That's how much the price drops if you have something else in your cart. You might be curious, well, how much is 12 issue, the 3064? So we'll type that in there, because these are regular. The Avengers is regular $3.99 per issue. So you can see Avengers is only $2.55 per issue, and that's regardless of if you have anything else in your cart. You can take Amazing Spider-Man out of your cart. You just hit the little trash can there. So now you see $30.64 for 12 issues of Avengers. Say you just want Avengers. So $30.64, you're only paying $2.55 per issue instead of $3.99 per issue. Okay, so let's take that out. And we'll go back to all series. Now, say you don't want to have to spend $60-some, to get that discount. Say you want Amazing Spider-Man, but you want to get that, 33 instead of 35 price. So let's add it to the cart again. All right. So what you can do is scroll down here, and they have some little one-shots. Not many, but they see how this Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon one shot is regular $4.99, but they have it for $3.75. And they have some other things here. I think some things are mini series, and so on. So we're just looking through here to see if there's any others. This is a one shot. This is $5.25 for a Star Wars one shot. Anyway, so let's go back up to the first one that we picked. So let's add Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon. Say if you just want a one-shot. Add that to cart. So now, since you have 2 items in your cart, you're going to get that discount on Amazing Spider-Man as well. So it's not going to be $35.93. It's going to be $33.49. So there's the total, grand total, $37.24. So you'd be getting a 12-issue subscription to Spider-Man and a 1-issue subscription to this one shot, just this one comic. So let's see what $37.24 for 13 issues is. Whoops. Divided by 13 equals $286. So you'd be paying $286 for each of these comics. $286 for each issue of Spider-Man as it comes out, and only $286 for that Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon one shot, which is regular all these are regular $4.99. So not bad, eh? $286 instead of $5. That's like a little over $2 of savings per issue. Now, one of the things is you may be wondering how these come in the mail. And I've showed this in my previous videos. It may be hard to see here. But they come in these little bags. Like here's a issue of Captain America that recently came out. And it's just like a little thin bag. And on the other side this is actually the flip side, the other side of the sheet that's in here has my address and stuff on it. So that's how it's mailed to you, with this little cardstock sheet. But then on the other side of the sheet is this subscription info. Maybe I could even just put that up to the camera. And it shows you the various titles that are available. There we go. All right, and DC is the same. This is a recent issue of Power Girl. Came in the sheet. And then on the other side, you have the subscription info. And like I said, the flip side of that sheet has my address and all that stuff. There's Absolute Batman. So some of the same info that's on the website. All right. So I think that's all I need to show about Marvel. You know, they're a good idea too. Like, say you want to give a gift subscription to somebody. I've never given a gift subscription, so I don't know exactly how all that works. But, you know, I assume you could just change the address that you want it to go to. You can pay electronically. You can either pay with your credit card or debit card, but you can also pay via PayPal. You know, if you have a PayPal account and like to buy things on PayPal, using PayPal, you can just pay that way here too. They do have a renew button there. Whoops. I'm going to take these out, by the way, so just hit the trash can. Now, the thing is, I've found that they don't really tell you on the Marvel and DC, like, when to renew. It's sort of like you just have to kind of keep track of these things. There is a thing where you can manage your subscription. It tells you what's in your account and so on. Sometimes they will miss an issue. I've had a subscription to Captain America for over a year. They did miss the first issue that they sent out, because you can see when it says manage subscriptions, it'll tell you what they're shipping and when it's supposed to be released and stuff. So they did send the first issue of my sub, but it never arrived, so I ended up buying it later. But and then recently there was an issue that they missed, and they contacted me and said, hey, it came back in the mail. Do you want us to send it back out, or do you want it to just extend your subscription for one issue? So I said, extend the issue, because you don't want them to send out a comic that's already been through the mails. You know, it's probably be destroyed by the time it got to you the second time around. You know, I just confirmed my mailing address was correct. I don't know why it didn't arrive. The other cool thing is I've posted about on my blog, where I posted, I'll have a link to it in the description below, about my Captain America subscription. Was, you know, sometimes they'll have special thicker issues, but you're only being charged for that one price. You know, if it's like $286 or whatever, you know, that price that you paid up front, that's how much you're paying, regardless of how thick the issue is. The issue can be $10 and you're still not being charged extra. So, you know, a lot of times they're having thicker issues for anniversary issues and stuff. So it's a great way of just locking your price in. Also, there's all this talk about recently that, prices of comics might go up because they're all printed in Canada. And if there's tariffs, you know, on Canadian goods being imported, you know, then the cost of comics aren't going to be $4.99 anymore. They might be $5.99, $6.99. Well, if you subscribe, your price is locked in for the whole year. So even if it does go to $6.99, you're still, you know, which is unlikely, but you're still only paying the same price that you paid up front. The only problem would be later, you know, if you wanted to renew, then you'd have to, they're probably, you know, going to raise these prices. So, anyways, we're done with Marvel here. Let's go to DC. And we just type in dc.com. Now, I personally don't think DC has as good a bargains as Marvel does. So we're going to go to DC Comics. We hover over where it says comics there. We just typed in dc.com. Scroll down and it says, oh, by the way, it does have Comic Shop Locator there. You know, if you don't want to subscribe to the mail, support your local comic shop, you know. And sometimes the comic shops will have dollar bins of recent comics, and that's a good way to get current stuff cheaply. Anyways, hover over where it says all series again. Click all series, and there's the comics. They're all in alphabetical order. And as you can see, a lot of the prices are similar. Action Comics is a $4.99 comic, so it says $35.93. Now the problem is that they don't give a good discount on, like when you do that whole thing I showed you with Marvel, where the price of Amazing Spider-Man went down to 33 something. Well, it doesn't do that with DC. There are things, I think Looney Tunes might actually go down. See, Looney Tunes is a 12-issue subscription. Although most of Looney Tunes, even though it's a new comic, most of these are reprints. They have like one news story at the beginning. But I believe that goes down to $19.99 if you add it to your cart. Mad Magazine is like a 6-issue subscription, I think, and it's only $20. You have a new comic here, Metamorpho, that hasn't even come out yet, but Scooby-Doo and stuff. So there are things for kids. This is actually being canceled, the Batman and Scooby-Doo mysteries. Again, you have a one-shot here, a Superman Lex Luthor special. Let's add that to the cart. It's only $2.99, but the cover price is only $3.99. So it shows it's been added. The Penguin has already been canceled, but Two-Face is new. $17.99. See, I thought that was an ongoing, but it looks like it might only be a. Let's click that. Let's see what it says. 6-issue subscription for $17.99. How much is that, just out of curiosity? You have to go around the keyboard here with where the phone is pointing to type this in. Divided by. See, my math is really bad. I have to use Google. So it's $2.99 per issue, which is only $1 off the cover price. So sometimes these miniseries and stuff aren't as good a bargain as. Okay, so we go back. Anyways, we put Lex Luthor in there. Let's put Superman in there as well. Superman is a $4.99 comic. Hit add to cart. And then we're going to go to view my cart. And you can see there, it still says $35.93. The price didn't drop to $33, something just like it did with Amazing Spider-Man. So your total, if you got both of these, well, actually, you just take this one off. So it doesn't affect the price. So $35.93. I think we already did this for Amazing Spider-Man the first time, but might as well do it again. Divided by 12 equals. So $2.99. So instead of paying $4.99 for each issue of Superman as it comes out, you could be paying only $2.99, which again is like how much it cost like 15 years ago or something like that, almost 20 years ago. Or actually, there I think Superman. Well, it might have been like 10 years ago, something like that. That had brought the price down around the time of DC Universe, I think. But anyways, so it's you're saving $2 per issue if you subscribe. Now the thing is, you have to pay $35.93 up front. But like I said, that is a it works out well because you're going to get any issues that are extra sized free. Say they renumber Superman, they decide to give us, and there's rumors of that there's going to be a new number one. Well, usually the new number one has a higher price. The first issue has a higher price. You'll get that for the same price, to the $2.99, because you already paid in advance. We'll trash that one. We'll take that off. Actually, let's go back there and let me look at that Looney Tunes thing that I was talking about. We'll add. Let's see here. Looney Tunes. See, it says $26.91, and that is a 12-issue subscription for $26.91. Like I said, I think that one goes down in price. Let's add that Superman Lex Luthor special for $2.99. Let's see what happens. I haven't checked this out recently, so it still says $26.91. Yeah, and see, they're fulfilled by Midtown. But it used to be where you could get it at a savings. All right. Okay, so that's DC. Finally, we're going to look at Archie Comics. Just type in archiecomics.com. And Archie gives like the best deals, I think, although it's a little sporadic. You hit where it says shop here, go down to Archie subscriptions, opens up in a new tab. Right now they're having a Black Friday thing. And they have things for their digests and so on. I'm not a fan of the digests, but I am a fan of their classic Archie Mega Sub, which is right here. It says from $9.99. So we click that, and you get right now it's on sale for $9.99. Like when I renewed my subscription like last month, it was like $11.99 or something like that. Usually it's like $13.99. But what you do is you get a 6-issue subscription to these Archie one-shots that they put out. This one actually comes out tomorrow, but I got it in the mail last week. The cool thing about these Archie ones is usually you get them early. Sometimes you get them a week early before they've actually come out in shops. These are like 32-page comic one-shots. They put them out like once a month. Their cover price is $3.99 each. And but you can see here you get a 6-issue subscription for $9.99. Let's see what that works out to. Right. Divided by 6. 166. Well, 167 because of the 5 there. So $1.67 for a 6-issue subscription. These are brand new comics that, well, they're mostly reprints. There'll be like a 5-page news story in them. And although Archie the Decision was part of my classic Archie Mega Sub, and that was a full-length comic that was brand new, also includes the Archie facsimile editions that they've been putting out. It doesn't. This is the classic Archie Mega Sub, so it doesn't include comics that have the Archie ones that are drawn more realistically, like the Sabrina, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, things like that. They have their own things for that. So there's like Archie Universe subscription. That's like the more realistic one. Archie Horror subscription. But they're not as good as Buy, I don't think. Let's look. I think they're not 6 issues. See, it's only 5 issues. This is the Archie Horror subscription. So if there's any Archie Horror comics, let's see, 9. Let's do the math on that. Whoops. So that's $1.99 per issue. But again, usually these are $3.99 comics. So you're saving, it's like half off, $1.99. So if you like those Archie Horror comics, now the only bad thing about it is that they're sort of random. Like you're never really sure like what you're getting until it comes in the mail. You just know that it's going to be whatever the latest Archie Horror thing is. And same with Archie Universe. And so on. Like I said, if you're into the digest, they have subscriptions for those as well. So that's it. That's what I wanted to show. It's a cheap way to get comics. See, this is only 4 issues, so this is the Archie Universe one. So less of a good deal. But still probably a savings off the cover price. So that's all I want to show here. Just I recommend getting subscriptions, especially these Archie ones. It's like that's, if they're 4 times 6, you're spending $4 if you bought 6 of them, which is $24, or you could spend $10. It's sort of a no-brainer. And I haven't really had much problems. Occasionally there might be a little ding on the comic. I haven't gotten any that I really destroyed, but although I think I did get one a couple of years ago that had like a big tear in it. But but on the other hand, it's like I said, most of the time it's pretty worth it, I think. You can always contact them if there's, a major problem. But Anyway, so I recommend subscriptions. Like I said, you can always give gift subscriptions too. Say you want to get a kid, interested in comics. They don't live near a comic shop. You go, oh, for your birthday or Christmas or whatever, surprise them, and here's a subscription to a thing, and it's getting in the mail. They don't have to go to a comic shop to get it, and it's suddenly they might think, oh, something in the mail for me. It's like a present, and every month they're getting a comic book in the mail. I when I was a kid, I had subscriptions to several comics. It was about 5 different comics at once, um, 5 different series. So, anyways, that's it. I don't want to go on too long about all this, but I do recommend subscriptions. I'll have some links to below in the description to all these various sites. Thanks for watching.